One day, a young man was going to work, seemingly with a lot of tension and worries. In the evening, while returning back to home, he was looking so happy, cheerful, and was whistling. An old man who was watching both the occasions asked him what was the reason that he was so happy while returning from office. The young man replied, "Sir, in the morning I didn't have any money at all. I was worried as to how to manage the day. But now, you see, I'm having 2000 rupees note. This vitamin M. This is the reason for my happiness." So saying, he put that note back into his pocket and he went off. The next day, while coming back from office, again the boy was looking sad. And the old man asked him what happened. The boy said in a very dejected voice, "Sir, that 2000 rupees note which I had yesterday is a counterfeit note, my bankers are saying." Very sad indeed. Earlier also the boy was having the same 2000 rupees note in his pocket and he was happy. And today also he was having the same piece of paper, but he is sad. His happiness and sadness were not the creation of that piece of paper, but only because of his situation and mindset. However, the fact remains that having adequate money in pocket or in savings bank account gives people a kind of confidence and boost in their life. But how much money is that adequate money? That is the question. I know of some people having 2 to 3 lakhs of rupees in savings bank account with no loans, no mortgages. Yet they feel very insecure, always worrying, feeling as if something is very much lacking in their life. Also, there are people who have less than 5000 rupees in their checking account with 2 credit cards running parallel, leading a paycheck to paycheck life, and still they are comfortable and very happy in life. If you are simply keeping your money, that means you are not enjoying your life, or you don't know how to invest or make your money work for you. And if you are having less money in your savings, that indicates you are overspending. So the comfort level lies somewhere in between. How much money is adequate money is not a question of your contentment or happiness, but it is based on your need. Adequate money is a level where there is no excess nor shortage. It is just the monthly average spending plus 5000 rupees for any middle class family. You just follow 550-500 rule. That is, you create 3 buckets for cash on hand, cash in your savings bank account, and other liquid assets. And you keep 5000 rupees as your cash in your hand, 50,000 rupees in your savings bank account, and 500,000 rupees or 5 lakhs in other liquid assets which can be easily converted into cash when an emergency occurs. And whenever money in any bucket falls below this level, you go and refill that bucket. When you do this, you will never have shortage of money. How much money is adequate money depends on your lifestyle. Whether you want to live in a 2 BHK or 3 BHK, what kind of school you prefer for your children, which type of car you want to drive, what kind of entertainment or places you want to visit during your holidays. Everyone is entitled to a decent lifestyle. If you are not having it, then it is only you who are to be blamed. When you are accustomed to a particular lifestyle, when you are already comfortable with that, then there is no need to acquire anything more just for the fancy of it. Take a few lessons on simplicity from Warren Buffett or Sudha Murthy or from Sridhar Vembu, the CEO of Zoho Corporation. Just because you are moving up in your career and your income level also goes up, you don't have to spend everything. Rather, you save the surplus for your future, towards your retirement, to become totally debt free, to do things dearer to your heart, to do a charity, supporting some philanthropy and so on. Simplicity is the new rich, my friends. In just 10 years from now, as per World Economic Survey, the middle class people in India will be 80% of country's total population. And India will continue to remain as one of the youngest nations on this planet, with the millennials, Generation Z people constituting 77% of India's population. This means two things. Number one, India's middle class will be much younger and they will be willing to spend more. This tech-savvy young population, pushed by consumer activism, will go for the best-in-class products and services, gadgets, apparels, cars, for which they need to save more money. And number two, the millennials and Generation Z people would be switching jobs more frequently. So they have to save substantial amount for their future, even in the case of an early retirement. Suppose you are 30 years old now. If you start saving a fixed sum of money, even as small as 15,000 rupees every month, from now onwards, without break for 10 years, and keep that amount till your retirement at 60, you will make a good corpus of say 100 lakh rupees. And your colleague, let us say, who is also 30 years now, but he starts to save only from his 40th year of age, and he saves for 20 years continuously till his retirement at 60, then he will be getting a return of only 75 lakhs rupees, though he contributes more than you. The reason you get more than what your friend is getting is because you started investing much earlier. And this is because the time value of money. This is just an example. The crux here is you must always start early to save for your retirement. And you save more when your income level goes up. Gone are the days people used to retire at the age of 60 or 65. Most of the millennials, they want early retirement even at the age of 48, 50, 55. They want to enjoy life. In that case, you must start saving right now. Take full advantage of the time value of money and multiply your savings and investments. This way, you can add a substantial amount to your retirement corpus. So friends, keep ready the three buckets, 5, 50 and 500, and refill them whenever required. And also park 15% of your earnings into a no-touch savings plan till your retirement. When you do this, you will have enough money to lead a very decent life all through your life. Happy living!